Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. What do the trees want to talk about today? Hey everybody, welcome to our hangout with our tree guides. I'm excited because this just seems like a different pace than Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Or Herb of the Week, Tarot Tuesday, Power Up, Tree Guides, Pick a Pile. We don't need Monday. Well, I guess we're still going to include Tuesday. I don't know what made Tuesday so special, but Tuesday got in there. But other than that, we've pretty much renamed the work week to Herb of the Week, Tuesday Tarot, Power Up, Tree Guides, Pick a Pile. That's our workday week. All right. So anyways, that means I get to be more of me. That means when I hang out with the trees, I get to be dumb and slow and human and not 100% tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Like I can just talk. I can forget to turn off the heat. Man, that means it's going to blow. So this is episode 369. 369 times we've come together here under Herb Oracle, and I don't know how many tree episodes. I don't have the official stats how many times we've hung out with the trees, but a lot. But 369, good odd numbers, but also, and I don't really know much about this, so maybe today's the day for the universe to send it my way if it's relevant. But I remember stumbling upon like something that talked about the numbers of the universe being 369, or there's something very mathematically important about 369. So just putting that out there for my math nerds. Like I say I love numbers, but that's just because they show up on my digital clock. Oh, I just saw 202. See, like I love numbers like that. Like last night I went ahead and ordered myself, I don't know, a gift. Just pick a holiday. It could be a past Christmas gift or early Valentine's, whatevs. I ordered myself a gift that I've been contemplating. It's a 30-day program called Listen and Receive. Listen and Receive from the pathwaysoflight.org. There's no the, it's just pathwaysoflight.org. Okay, so anyways, I was like, I'm gonna order that for myself because I just decided to. And then while I was on there, I was like, well, that's only $20. Like I know I'll probably have to pay for shipping, but maybe I'll get this other book. Yeah, that's not too much either. And so anyways, my point is, I went and I checked out, and with the shipping, my total was $44.11. And I was like, confirmation from the universe. like I am supposed to get this for sure. So anyways, it's supporting Pathways of Light. It's supporting me. It's the program. You might be interested in it too. If you go to pathwaysoflight.org, and it's a self-study course, but just go up to the search bar and type in listen, receive, or it'll come up with even just the keyword listen or receive. It's a 30-day home study. I have a link on my Twitter right now, but anyways, it just helps you connect with the teacher within. And I probably don't necessarily need this one, but I feel like I do, because I could always connect with my higher self more. I could always listen better to my inner guidance from my inner teacher. I definitely would love to quiet my mind even more. And so that's what it is. There's 4 workbooks, one for each week of the 30 days. So it's actually like old school, like an actual fucking workbook. There's a guided meditation CD. I hope my CD player works. I think my son has like a little portable one. And then there's a laminated focus card for each week. And you know how I feel about cards. So anyways, this is connecting with the help of your inner teacher. And so they have a weekly call on Tuesday nights for that program. We don't have to have it, but I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And then it's going to help me decide if I want to further my studies with pathwaysoflight.org. So then this one was their like smallest little course class, and it was the only one that you did not have to decide if you wanted to do self-study or accredited study. And so that's what I have to I thought this will give me something to do while I decide if I want to do their accredited practitioner course, which I think I probably do, but I just need a little time to make that into a hell yes. I don't do nothing until it's a hell yes. I really try not to do anything until I'm so fucking lined up with it. It is a hell yes. So try to do that for yourself as well, because it feels much better to be like, yes, than I guess. So we're going to get a tree angel to get us back on the tree, in the tree grove, in the sacred grove, on the ancient path. Our tree guides hanging out with our beloved friends. They love us. We love them. Oh, it's just so good. So we're going to do that, and then we'll just see what the trees want to talk about today. This Affirmation Minute is brought to you by our 45th herb of the week, horsetail, and I lovingly dedicate them all to you. Thank you. From my losses, I gain the experience to create a brighter tomorrow. I find strength deep within. I am safe and secure. I am open to messages through my intuition, dreams, and synchronicities. I am connected to my higher self. We are one. From my losses, I gain the experience to create a brighter tomorrow. I find strength deep within. I am safe and secure. I am open to messages through my intuition, dreams, and synchronicities. I am connected to my higher self. We are one. And so it is. Yeah, thank you, horsetail. I didn't realize horsetail is going to be like the best herb of the week for returning to how it's glad to be back. It is glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. It's good to be back. I'm glad that we're back. So I could not sleep last night because I was excited of listening into that hangout or call or whatever you want to call it, where it was a lot of sharing with the Pathways of Light, and beautiful people are out there, you guys. Beautiful, honest people that are genuinely doing their work. And I know that because, you know, you're here with me and along with the other 100 people that are going to listen in today to see what tree angel we're going to get from the tree angel oracle deck. But I'm not on a call with you. You know, I don't hear your voice. And I didn't realize it was going to be like that. Like, I didn't realize I was going to have to talk. Because I thought, oh, I'll just listen in while I fold laundry. But actually, like, it was cooler than that. There was a meditation with a visualization, which I participated in. And at some point you were supposed to walk into a door and get a message, and right away I got a message. It's a message I get all the time, but I wasn't expecting to get it in that moment, so it surprised me. So a lot of times when I sit down to do automatic journaling, or like whenever you sit down with a blank piece of paper and you're just supposed to write down whatever comes to your mind, kindness prevails. Always starts it off. And I think, oh my God, you're relentless. Because all the time, regularly, but then it also surprises me because I forget about it. I'll hear or think, I don't know how that works, kindness prevails. And so in my life, my personal life, yeah, kindness does prevail. So please, bitch, please be nice. Please be kind. But in the world, kindness will prevail again and once again. And I just saw 222. So there it is. All right. So anyways, I was a little bit energized last night at the wrong time at bedtime, but it's okay because Spirit still got me up around 7-ish by 7:30. And now my phone's just it was completely dead. So now I'm trying to get it charged up to do the Daniel Scranton narration on my YouTube. And also, I wanted to say that I am narrating the Pathways of Light Insights on my YouTube as well. They gave me permission. So I have permission to do both of those. So I'm doing them wholeheartedly. And my only bummer feeling about doing them is I feel bad I don't have a bigger audience on YouTube. I wish I was having more of an impact. I wish I was helping them more. I'm not helping them at all. They're helping me by allowing me to read it out loud because of my whatever reading. I think I have a reading disability, you guys, because I pretty much have to read it out loud to get it. And then if I listen back to it, I'm like, oh, is that what I just read? Okay, that is awesome. And if I read a real book to myself silently, I read very slowly. I have to almost read sentences a couple times. So anyways, yeah, that's why I like to talk, because as I'm talking, I can hear myself and then I understand it's time to shut the fuck up, Sadie, and pull a tree angel. Good morning. Okay. Who would like to lead the way here? Tree angels. Which ones do we have left here? We're going through the deck. And our next tree angel, oh my God, it's Hazel. Okay, now I'm freaking out. It's number 9, of course. We got a 9. This is our 369. Okay, here's why I'm freaking out. So I could not sleep last night. Oh, I am supposed to ramble. I'm going to continue on my story. Okay, Sadie, settle down. I'm fangirling and freaking out with numbers and synchronicities. And that's good because I live such a magical life and synchronicities, and it gets almost the serendipitous lifestyle gets almost mundane because I get used to it. I'm like, oh yeah, of course you're right here. Of course you called. I just thought of you. Of course that number. I get kind of immune to it or not impressed. I'm just yeah, I know that's how my fucking life works. But this one's impressing me because last night I could not sleep. So I got on Twitter. I am at Twitter at Sadie Cherico. I got on Twitter and you know how Twitter will say so-and-so liked this message. Usually I don't give a fuck who liked what. As a matter of fact, I find it annoying, because I'm listen, if I wanted to follow that person, I would follow them. And that's how political stuff gets weaseled in there too. Because anyways, whatever. Sadie, focus. So my friend Trinity liked something, and for whatever reason, it caught my eye. That I liked it. And so then I went to the person's page. And anyways, the guy's name is Hazel. Okay. So now that I hung out with this person, not really, but energetically, because I thought about him and his music and the funny shit he was saying. And now today I pulled the Hazel card. So I'm opening up Twitter. I see Hazel liked your reply, which is good because now that'll help me find the exact post that I want to tell you about. So he's at Hazel is my spirit. That's who the Hazel is that I was laughing with so much last night. And do you know that GIF where like the guy opens up the curtains and the light blasts in so much that he falls back. Okay, do you know that one? It's been around on the internet forever. So he used that animated GIF, and he said 2021, if anybody attempts to block your shine, comma, fucking blind them. So if anyone attempts to block your shine, fucking blind them, right? Don't hold your light back. And I was like, yep, LOL, like, and it just cracked me up, because that's something, like, literally actually something I would be inclined to say, like, hey, sweethearts, if anybody attempts to block your shine, you go ahead and fucking blind them. Okay, that's what you need to do. All right, so now this is just cute then that I pull the hazel card. Now the hazel card does not just have one tree angel. It has 1, 2, 3 little lighted beings. They're definitely like children, little children, fairy tree spirits, and they're kind of hiding behind like that, like hiding like with their hands up at their chins, and you know, really cute. And maybe even that one at the top looks like Hazel is my spirit. So anyways, the tree angel spirits are super adorable today. But just one quick thing before I get into the tree Hazel. The musician, singer, songwriter, YouTuber Hazel is my spirit. And if you take a minute to get on Spotify, I actually found a song of his that I like. And he's very insightful. He could like be my brother. But anyways, let me tell you the name of the song that I was listening to, and then I'll get on it. This is my day off, you guys. What did you think of yesterday, the power up? I kept on thinking to myself, Spirit, you're just trying to make me look like a dummy. But I went along with whatever Spirit wanted to do. Okay, but today, give me a minute, Spirit. So Hazel is my spirit. If you get on Spotify or look it up, Hazel is my spirit. That's the artist name. And the song that I really like is Talk to You. Talk to You. Okay. All right. So anyways, moving on. This has just made me laugh. All right. So Hazel, of course today I need to hang out again with more Hazel energy. Hazel. All right, number 9. Hazel eyes. I think my friend Dave has hazel eyes. So there's been some hazel energy in my life now. Interesting. What does Hazel want to bring to us today? All right, here we go. The Oracle of Hazel says, play and sensuality are jewels and songs of joy, diamonds that hold back the ravages of time. Trust and leap. Take life with both hands. Open up to a world full of magic. So, open up to a world full of magic. Take life with both hands. Trust and leap and play and enjoy your life and be sensual and drink your tea. I'm excited. I need to drink my tea right now. And sing and dance and bring these diamonds of playfulness and loving life. Bring these diamonds into your experience. They hold back the ravages of time. That is why these probably older than dirt little tree spirits still look like youth, because they're just ageless and eternal. And you know, we see that in our lives too. Like, do you ever look in the mirror on a day when you're happy and joyful and feel like you look younger? And then on a day they're like, rah, rah, rah. You look in the mirror and you look like grandpa. So, having playfulness and sensuality, and sensuality is not necessarily sexuality. Sensuality is like, okay, you put on your hoodie and you love the fabric. You drink the tea and you tune into the subtle flavors. You go outside, the wind blows, it feels like you're being kissed by 1,000 little wind devas. You know what I mean? Like, you can just be sensual all the time and really start to just take life. I was going to say take life by the balls. Take life with both hands, Sadie. Both hands. Okay. For thousands of years, the hazel has been among our favorite trees. Why? Because hazelnuts are so delicious. All right. I just have to say that, like, even the lesson of A Course in Miracles that I'm doing today was fickin'. That's right. We're not going to say the F word anymore. We're going to say fickin'. It was fickin' charged with these sexual words. Like, it said, like, impotence and aroused and explicit. Like, they were used in appropriate ways. But yeah, there's just this energy that's cracking me up today. So, why do we like hazel? Because hazelnuts are so delicious. People are not really so different from squirrels, skipping around from one dessert to the next, and the hazelnut nourishes us all. Yeah, hazelnuts are good. Tell Hazel is my spirit. Tell him I've been talking about him, and I said that hazelnuts are so delicious. Okay. Sadie, you're fired. All right. The angel of this plant encourages a healthy amount of carefree spontaneity and, most of all, playfulness. Playfulness. Its gift is sweet food for our inner child, whose laughter ripples through its dense canopy of leaves. Finding our inner child may take a while for some of us, but when we rediscover him or her, all our senses open up to the wonder of the moment and the magic all around. We discover the wisdom of simplicity, and our playful attitude toward everything makes us spontaneous, flexible, and happy. Spontaneous, flexible, and happy, seeing the magic all around, being carefree and playful. I can't tell you any more just now because I want to go out and play. All right, so yeah, it's like, let's just be playful. Let's just have fun. Like, quit trying to get everything figured out how it actually works, you know? And it's like, as my rabbit's banging in the background and my stomach's growling, you know, like, it doesn't have to be perfect all the time. Like, you don't have to, like, think anything more about the moment than the one you're in. Like, be in it now. So if you want to be playful and spontaneous and laugh with somebody, go ahead. You don't have to worry, like about anything more than that moment. Just be playful. That is what your inner child is encouraging you to do. Be in the moment. Be full of wonder. Open up to the wonder. Open up and discover the wisdom of simplicity. Yeah, so you don't have to stick your mind in the future worrying about stuff. Like, just enjoy yourself right now. The Five of Cups, the horsetail Five of Cups, he needs to listen to this message. Absolutely. As he's staring at those spilt cups in front of me. Dude, get up, pick up the cup behind you, and just go out and play. All right. However, when the angel of hazel is missing from our lives, the key points resulting from its absence are lack of playfulness, boredom, feelings of inner emptiness, fear, and self-pity. So if you're falling into self-pity, fear, inner emptiness, boredom, just you ain't playing. You don't feel like playing today. And maybe it's even lower than that. You're like, I just don't feel like playing today. Oh my God, my stomach's going crazy. What the fuck is going on since we did all those clearing activations with our power up day? Sometimes the body needs to like just make extra noise and be clear. And I guess the only thing you can do is like literally be the little angel tree spirit child and laugh. Be like, that was a good one. All right, so let's stop right there. But instead, squirrels, here I come. So even the hazel tree spirit isn't like literally one run-on sentence to talk about what could be not good if it was lacking. And then hazel tree angel didn't even fucking stay for that shit. It was like, listen, I'd love to wallow with you. Not. I gotta go. I gotta go play. I gotta go play with the squirrels. So go play. Okay, so what is so cute about that for me in my memory bank is when I was a little girl, I was surrounded by ants. My mom has 6 sisters. So, and I was the oldest first grandchild, and it's a Catholic family. So like my mom was one of the oldest kids. So all her sisters were, most of them, all but one of them was younger, and the youngest one was only 8 years older than me. So I was basically like, when I was born, my Aunt Diane was only 8 years old. So they were all teenagers. All the aunts were teenagers, and they just loved me, and they, dressed me up and put on blue eyeshadow. Yeah, it was the 80s, you guys. I've definitely had blue eyeshadow on as a child. Like, this was normal. But anyways, there was a trampoline, and we just always had so much fun. And they always called me squirrel bait. And so when it says to go play with the squirrels, as it's talking to our inner child, that really makes my inner child laugh, because being, okay, squirrel bait, especially my Aunt Judy, I remember her saying it too. Act like a nut, little squirrel bait. So anyways, what an honor to be surrounded by ants growing up. Most families aren't big like that, and that seemed normal to me, and there was always somebody to play with and be with and laugh with and be silly with, and it was good times. It really was. And like my Aunt Diane, who is only 8 years older than me, I remember like she would record. So she went to high school, and then during the day she would record. She would program the VHS, recorder to record the episode of Days of Our Lives. And so at night I would cuddle with her in the armchair, the recliner, and we would watch Days of Our Lives. So I had a very interesting childhood because I mean, who grows up like this? Did you watch Days of Our Lives? Like, I knew the whole everything. So anyways, very fun, but the part that I'm laughing about is squirrel bait. All right, so Hazel likes that I'm laughing and being playful and joyful and light. So there's all these orbs of light in the hazel tree, number 9. And I'm grabbing the Soul Trees deck by Allison Williams Yee. These just have single words on them. And I just want to pull out a few. As I said few, I thought the number 5. But we don't need that many. Just to maybe dance around the hazel tree and see what, I don't know, what do you want us to be playful about? What not to be playful about? Why can't you be playful about everything? Why can't you just start to take everything less seriously in this life? I mean, why so serious? Why so serious? Why have you forgotten to play? Why are you letting the world bring you down? All right, so Hazel. Hazel's our tree guide today, our tree angel. Hazel, what would you guys, and I really can say you guys because there's 3 of them. What do you guys want to talk about today? Ooh, we have a very goldeny lit background anyways of this resilience tree. The tree itself is dark blue with a little bit of aqua teal highlights in the curves of the trunk. And it's in bloom. It almost reminds of a spring cherry tree. And it's got a message of resilience. So a message of resilience coming in. On the top it says just be. And on the bottom it says new growth. So, okay, that looks good. We'll do 3. We'll do 3, sure. We'll do 3 with number 9. So just be, right? Just be who you are. I think what I'm noticing about these 3 trees, they're completely different colors. Like they do not match. The 3 cards I just pulled do not match whatsoever. However, one thing that they do have in common is there is curvature and movement in the trunks, branches, or with the just be, it is kind of a solid bluish tree, but the white energy that is snaking, it looks like this big, humongous white snake. It is snaking this way and that, like almost like it wants to, it could be making an 8, but it just keeps moving upwards, like the whole way this way, curve around the whole way that way. It is very fluid. Just be, just let the energy flow, just let the giggles come out, just laugh, just be sweet. Let your inner child just be. Let your stomach growls just be. I'm so annoyed with my intestines right now. Just be. Okay, so in this state of allowing ourselves to just be how we are. Okay, so I'm glad my stomach's growling. I'm pretty sure the microphone's picking it up because my stomach has been weird the past few days, and I blamed it on my food choices. Like, oh, eggs, bad idea, Sadie. Oh, cabbage and coleslaw. What the fuck were you thinking? You know, like I felt like my intestinal tract is like all of a sudden rage against the machine and being like, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. But anyways, now as an adult, we're like, oh, I can't believe my body made a noise. But was that the way you were when you were a child? Hell no. You would fart and try to fart as loud as you possibly can. Like the louder, the better. And it's like, why do we get so not fun? Not that I'm encouraging everyone going around ripping them, but it's like, just be how you are. Okay, so your stomach's gurgling. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Yes, you're making a podcast. It's kind of annoying, but like, what can you do? The inner child in you would just think they sound funny and probably start laughing, and you wouldn't hear the belly gurgles anymore over the laughter, right? So it's like, I feel like there's this message from Hazel today that says your humor is your resilience. Your humor and laughter and lightfulness and joyfulness is light. It is your power that's going to keep you resilient. This flexibility, this ability to be able to laugh at yourself. You know, the 5 of Cups guy, you know, if he could spill or those 4 cups and laugh at them and laugh at the mess, everything would just get so much easier and better, and he could experience the new growth. So there's our 3rd card, new growth, and it is it looks like you took magenta modeling clay and green modeling clay, and you put them side by side, and then you just started twisting the 2 sticks of clay together, and so it's like spiraling the 2 colors. Very gorgeous. But it's like, in that state of surrender, allowing, resilience, flexibility, then you don't become rigid and hard and snap and break. You need to be able to laugh at yourself, at your errors, at your mistakes, at your intestinal gas, like whatever it is. Like, just be like, okay, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. And then just let it go. Just let it go, Sade. So anyways, there is this very lighthearted message, and then because it's Hazel, it just feels like, and that's it, keep going. Just like Hazel didn't want to, it's like, okay, and you got it? All right, good. Now we're going to go play. So it's like, just be resilient. Just be resilient and allow the new growth. Allow things to happen. Give things a space to sprout. The space to sprout. Give things a space to sprout. Yeah, that's what it is. Because in our dryness and our lack of humor, we become parched and nothing wants to play with us in our barren, dry land. So it's like, just become a little more resilient and a little more available to fun. be a little more available to fun. Oh, I like that. Yeah, like, I want to have more fun. Okay, well, you need to be available to fun then. Like, make yourself available. All right, so I have the Wisdom of Trees Oracle right now in shuffle. And what do the trees want to talk about? Okay, so basically, like, just be fun, be lighthearted. Two came out the center together. Like, I'm literally holding two cards in one hand. And the first one is the Banyan Tree, and then we have a sweet orange. Okay, so this is another card that goes perfect with hazel, because there's 3 hazel tree angels. And the Banyan Tree always makes me think of community. And sweet orange, zesty, citrusy, happy, fun. The smell of orange. Like, when someone peels an orange, doesn't it just make, even if you don't like eating them, it smells good, you know? Citrus is very happy, very lighthearted. So the Banyan tree, though, it's that really awesome tree that can grow over a whole acre, and it has all those aerial roots that will come from the branches and shoot, you know, that go down into the ground. And so it's hard to know, like, where one tree, like, it's all one tree, but it looks like 100 trees. And that's kind of like how hazel is too. It's got all these like spindly trunks too, coming out together. Like, well, which one is the hazel? Which trunk is the hazel? They're all the hazel. That's why it's like collective consciousness. It's multiple personalities. It's a community. So like hazel and banyan would both like fall into like community more than, you know, one singular perspective. Ooh. So it's like, just allow yourself to just be who you are, yet start to feel this sense of community. Ooh, playing is more fun with friends. And I just looked up and saw 11:33 on the ticker timer clock. And it's like, yeah, like, yes, you can play by yourself and like, have your little dolls and you're like, but like, actually, like, if you had a playmate, it's way more fun. Yes, I can laugh by myself 100%, but it's way more fun with a friend who's like keeping you going on it and being a catalyst. And you know, you can dance by yourself, but maybe it is more fun with a friend. I don't know. I'm a solo dancer, right? So I don't know that. But, you know, I will say, going back to last night, now I could have thought about things on my own. I could have read A Course in Miracles on my own. I could have done a meditation on my own. But getting together and with a sense of togetherness, sharing, was really fun to do it with other people. And I'm thinking like 6 to 8 total. Like, that was it. But that was fantastic. And see, when we come together, we are more powerful. So even in our playfulness coming together, we are very, very influential and powerful for the light, for the sweetness of light. And I'm looking at sweet orange right now, and there's a cluster of 3 oranges. So there's 3 hazel tree angels that I can see. And of course, there's other angels ready to make appearances, but right now I can see 3, and now I also see 3 sweet oranges. So there we go, 3. Right now on the table, there is a total of 6 cards, 6, and hazel number 9, 3, 6, 9. Okay, so yeah, let's open up the guidebook and just see what banyan and hazel and sweet orange want to say. Okay, sweet orange. Lost my train of thought there because I'm thinking about number 3. I love the number 3. Like, absolutely, I love the number 3. And sweet orange is all about zest and adding zest and sweetness to your life. The sweet orange deva says, the fragrance of my flowers will lift your spirits and remind you of the beauty of life. And my luscious fruit will feed you, helping you to live each day to the full. So if you have a sweet orange oil or aroma diffuser, maybe like just connect with that essence, peel an orange, eat an orange. We don't have any oranges here. We haven't had them forever because my daughter's lips swell up now when she has citrus or tomato like, I don't know, the kid just got weird. I don't know what to tell you. Like, her body just all of a sudden didn't want it. And of course I was like making them eat oranges all the time. So just smell it. I guess if you can't eat it, just smell it. But the orange comes in to say, listen, yes, be silly. Be a silly bear. Be squirrel bait. Be ridiculous. Be Sadie TMI Cherico. Go ahead and fart in your podcast if that's really what you want to do. I don't. But like, go ahead and laugh. Your energy, your enthusiasm and energy are infectious. They inspire others to follow your shining example, and also fuel your own desire to reach new heights and discover exactly what you are capable of achieving. So it's like when you laugh, when you lighten up, when you just be yourself and show that through your humor and joyfulness, you will have a solid resilience. There is nothing wishy-washy about being in joy, enjoying yourself. It's not as solid as a rock, you think, but it actually is more resilient than a rock. So it's like, go ahead and allow yourself to be light. Go ahead and delight in playfulness. And yeah, because like what Hazel was saying, Sweet Orange is also saying, if you don't, you'll get bored and listless and flat. You won't have any energy. So if you're feeling like you could be having more fun, more laughs, more joy, then go get it. Go get yourself some. Inject some more color in your life. Hang out with interesting people. Be around people who like to laugh so that it'll literally rub off on you. So hang out with me. Hang out with me more often over on my YouTube channel, Sadie Marie Cherico. I make it a point to laugh at myself every day. And now that I'm doing daily videos for afternoon ACIM, I have a playlist. You'll find it immediately. It's right at the top of my main page. Yeah, like I'm there for you this year if you want to feed off of me. Like, I'm putting my energy out there for everybody to feed off of, okay? So if you need help getting a little more happy, I will entertain you, okay? There's 300 and whatever podcasts if you just want to go back to the beginning of Ho. Lots of entertainment. There's Herbal Marie. Like, I myself have tried to give you enough to chew on. If I don't cut it for you, find somebody who does. You know, it's like get around people that uplift you. And then once you get uplifted, then you be that person. You be that person that is infectious towards others and uplift them. And anyways, have fun, go outside, be squirrel bait, get fresh air, be with other people, have fun, gather collectively with your intentions, with your activities. You know, maybe you never thought about calling in and listening in on a meditation or group chat. Why don't you do that? Do that. Join a new group. Do something new. Listen to some comedians. Go to Trey Kennedy on YouTube after you've hung out with me and laughed with me a little bit, and go to Trey Kennedy. He cracks me up. You guys, he cracks me up. Trey Kennedy. Do less. God bless. All right, so Banyan Deva says, I can teach you how to anchor yourself within the world to increase your sense of being grounded. So we're not just being like little fairies. We are actually little fairies that are very, very grounded, that are very resilient, that are able to support new growth. If you don't have enough energy and zest and life in you, how can you support any new growth within yours, let alone support others? So the Banyan Deva will teach us how to anchor ourselves within the world to increase our sense of being grounded. She says, I have given shelter to people for thousands of years so that man, plants, and other living creatures can all survive together, giving shelter, offering space. That's what you can do now for others. Offer them space. Of course, I feel like Hazel and Banyan and Sweet Orange are saying yes, and please continue to offer space for others in 2021. You know, even if it's just me appreciating it, because I do, and a handful of other people that I know do, that's enough. Every single person matters. So even if you're only helping one other person, that matters. That's important. So I'm not going to get caught up in numbers and social reach and, hey, whoever is supposed to find me and be with me, so be it. You know, and it's like my ego needs to back the fuck off and just understand that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, Banyan is saying, yeah, people in your life, someone needs your emotional, moral, or physical support, even though they may not admit it. So that to me says you're helping people that they don't even know or you don't even know. So keep on shining your light because you're offering energy. You're offering support. So be more loving, be more comforting. The ninth dimensional Arcturian Council was just talking about an emotional explosion that coming to the surface of the collective that is inevitable. We're at a boiling point. Shit's gonna hit the fan emotionally because people have not been dealing with their emotions. They haven't been doing their inner work. They have not been hanging out with us here at Ho. They did not deliberately dive into their darkness. They've been trying to numb it and ignore it, and now they can't ignore it anymore. So you are going to become more important now than ever for the people in your life, offering them a support system because like you're a pro. You're a pro at feeling your feelings because we've been doing it together so long, being honest about what's going on within us. And what happens when you're honest about how you're feeling? You integrate and pass that feeling. So I never hesitate to tell you when I'm having a bad moment or I'm getting caught up in some old shit. It's not embarrassing to me at all because it's like, listen, yeah, this old shit floated to the surface and let's just talk about it for a minute so I can get rid of it so it can float away, so we can flush it, so we can finally be done with it. But it's like, unless you take the initiative to do that, that little shit is going to keep coming back to haunt you. So it's like you got to feel your feelings. You got to. And Banyan also says, if you've been clinging onto something that feels safe, like, are you still clinging to the old because you're alarmed at the thought of being without it? Like sometimes we just cling to old energies because we think that we have to, or, you know, we're afraid to, like, are you hanging on to your old negativities or your old judgments, or because why are you doing that? Let them go and tap into this sweet orange zesty energy. Tap into actual pleasure. Tap into, like Hazel said, being sensual, being playful. Tap into being more light. You know, you don't have to like always be bringing yourself down with worry and stress, and like just let it go. Just let it go. And try to avoid holding on to people, possessions, or situations for fear of losing them. Okay, it's like, yeah, that goes into the message. It's like, can you just laugh with me right now? Like, don't worry about if I'm going to be your best friend forever. Don't worry about that. Just laugh with me right now. Don't get caught up in like how, like people like, okay, so like two people hang out. It's a beautiful, good time. And then it's like, well, do I have to think more about this now? Like, do I have to like make this complicated? No, you do not have to make it complicated. What you need to do is just be in the moment and don't get weird and clingy, because then you activate your ego. Then you activate your lack consciousness. Then you activate fear. So it's like you can have something good in your life, but instead of enjoying it, you get all like weird about it and ruin it because you're afraid of losing it. Well, now that you're afraid of losing it, it's fucking gone. If you could have just stayed joyful and happy, you would have had a good time. So try to have a good time with people. Gently know, like if they're being a stubborn 5 of cups, be like, hey, yo, bro, I'm ready to help you if you need help. Or, you know, if you need somebody to talk to, reach out. Hey, you want to go bowling? I don't know why that just caught in my head. Yes, I do want to go bowling, actually. But don't encourage them to be dependent on you. So it's like you want to be there for people, but yet you don't want them to get addicted to you, hooked on you, dependent on you. You want to help people find their own 2 feet. Or like the banyan tree, it has like 100 feet. Wow, that's some serious anchorage. That's some serious resilience. Yeah, let's get into this new energy that's actually like this kind of like paradox of being like we're all connected, yet nobody needs anybody, but yet we're all together and sharing and have fun. Yet there's not really much like codependency or power lessening yesterday, you know, and 2 days ago too. It's like, can you be with people without giving your power away? And can you help people without taking their power away from them? You don't want people to hand over their power to you as you help them. You want to teach them that they have the power of light. You guys, don't get mad at me, but I was thinking about not doing a Celtic tree. Because I was like, okay, that's a pretty cute message. I mean, there's 6 cards on here, like, you know, maybe that we'll just leave it at that. And then I was like, really you don't want to do a Celtic tree activation, a little attunement? And then I was like, oh yeah, we live for this shit. All right, so hazel, banyan, sweet orange, just be, resilience, new growth. So yeah, like, do you feel yourself kind of coming into like a lighter, more childlike, supported, freer, happier, zestier energy? Just be. Just be. All right, so we have, I don't know why the sigh. We have number 19, white poplar, Aspen. But I sighed at myself mostly because I snuck a peek and saw that pine, fir and pine was on the top. So now I feel like an asshole. Like when you sneak a peek and you're like, oh, I saw you, but you can't play with us today. I'm going to pretend like I didn't see you. It's like when you see someone at the grocery store and then you try to pretend like you didn't see them. Okay, we all know that that person saw you see them, right? Okay, like you're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling anybody. Like if I can always see when people see me and then pretend not have seen me. And usually I let them get away with it because I didn't want to see you either. Ugh. So I am certainly not allowed to do that to pine. So let me move horsetail over. Let me slide the herb of the week, and look, now I have enough room for both of them to go up there. Okay, so we've got 16 and 19. We have silver fir pine and white poplar aspen. So what I love about these 2 cards right off the bat is they're both combo names. Like it's not just silver fir, it's silver fir / pine. It's not just aspen, it's white poplar / aspen. So we're continuing on with that togetherness, partnership, more than one, the more the merrier, that kind of vibe. Nobody goes it alone. Nobody's walking on the path alone. Okay, if your ego has told you that, like mine tried to tell me mine, that's not true. That's not, yes, my stomach's still growling. That is not true. Nobody goes home alone. Nobody goes home to spirit alone. We are all on this journey together, so we might as well hang out and laugh. Okay, so 16, 19, we got our We got our 6-9 vibes going on here. And whew, it looks good. It looks good like this because we've got such a solid looking layout. And I think Banyan wants that for us. I think the resilience tree wants that for us. Definitely the new growth. Like if you don't have a solid base, a solid anchor, you're going to just, how well is that new growth? It's like a little spindly sprout. It's not going to last. It's not going to make it. So we are stronger together, and that's what the hazel and banyan are clearly showing. And even the new growth tree, remember I told you take a stick of magenta clay and a stick of green clay, like 2 tube sticks, and you start twisting it, and that's how it's spiraled up together. So it's like start twisting your energy, start interweaving your energy with others, start letting them support you and be around you, and as you support them, you become stronger. So as I share with you, this is why my podcast is such a selfish thing. As I look up and see 441, that's the time I was born. You know, as I share, I become stronger. Hold on. As I leave you to kill the heat, I'm so tired of the heat blowing. I become stronger. So it's like, yeah, I'm helping you, but in me helping you, I grow. I become stronger. I become more powerful. I become a greater being in my consciousness the more that I share, the more that I teach. Okay, here's the thing. If you want to claim your energy as yours, you almost have to share it and give it away. It's like a thought. Like you don't have it until you've shared it. It's not yours until you share it. And then it's yours, but then haha, it's everybody's because we are all one. All right, so let's see what the trees say. I can't believe there's 2. That's like only because they're involved, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. We want to hang out as long as we can to listen to my stomach growl. All right, so let's talk about the silver fir and pine first, and then we will end with the heart-shaped leaf of the poplar and aspen. Now, the silver fir and pine looks kind of rough. It's only showing the trunk, but the resilience tree likes that because it's saying, look how, yeah, there's chunks of bark missing, but that just shows you how tough it is. Yeah, it's resilient. It's lived life. It's had attack. It's like, it's still going. It's 16. 1 + 6 = 7. The totems for the silver fir pine are the eagle and the owl. And the deity and guide is the Great Mother in her many forms. So this is actually a very straight to it. As far like sometimes there's so many guides and deities and totems and it's like names them all. This one's just like, no, this is the Great Mother. Yes, in her many forms that she likes to show up, but it is the Great Mother. And the silver fir pine represents clear-sightedness. Ooh, clear-sightedness. She helps us see the big picture. We are encouraged by her to learn from our past mistakes and make new choices based on higher perspective. She asks us to take the longer view. So this tree offers us a spiritual infusion of understanding and brings us insight and expanded awareness. Fir holds the love of the great goddess. She can heal and support us through any situation. The wisdom of this tree encourages us to take the high road and to apply the words and ways of spirit. This tree is especially helpful as we make resolutions of any kind and speaks to the turning of the wheel after the winter solstice. So as we embark on a new year together, 2021, is where we're at right now. But if you're finding me in the future, good. Stay. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. I'm sure it's going to be great. So keep going. So as we set new intentions for ourselves to be more lighthearted, to be more playful, sensuous, zesty, giving ourselves permission to share, create a new growth in our life. If you've never had any sense of community whatsoever or interaction with people, or you feel like you've just been such a lone wolf on this spiritual journey of yours, you know, reach out. Like, I just can't even tell you like how listening in on a phone call and interacting a little bit was really, really good for me. It was good for me. So the silver fir asks you to imagine climbing the tallest fir or the tallest pine on the highest mountain and become the eagle looking out from its branches. From this wide perspective, your personal worries and concerns seem comparatively small. From here, you can see your situation from the larger view of spirit. Take it in. How do things look from this perspective? So fir is basically reminding you that you have a choice how to respond to life situations. It's like, yeah, maybe you do need to step back, fly up, get the greater, broader view, and take the high road. Rise above the mundane. Seek a higher understanding. So yeah, we might need to spend some time in silence to do that, to seek clarity. That takes me back to that program the 30-day program from pathwaysoflight.org. Listen and receive. And that is what silver fir and pine are saying. Spend some time in silence. Seek clarity. The words and ways of spirit are not the ways of the world. Oh my God. I'm literally going to tear my guts out. Oh my God. Okay, so it's like silence. The words and ways of spirit are not the ways of the world. You can become the expression of these higher word and ways. So this is a test, of course. This is a test, and applying them to your daily life with all of its ups and downs. So are you willing to do this? This is, Pine's just like, okay, fine. Are you willing to do this? Are you willing to share your wisdom with others? Are you willing to play under the banyan tree? Are you willing to bring your light together with the hazel angels? Are you willing to get cozy with the sweet oranges? Those 3 oranges are together. They're like butt to butt, back to back. They are like together. Are you willing to be like that? Are you willing to come together? It's new growth. This could be a way for you to add resilience to your life. It's called support. It's called belongingness. It's called, hey baby, you're not alone. You are promised divine assistance. So this tree offers you spiritual understanding. It offers you the unconditional love of the Great Mother and healing. So close your eyes. Breathe. And receive this infusion of love. You are encouraged to let go and allow Spirit to show you the way. Let go and let Spirit show you the way. This does take some humility, but it also takes courage to follow the path of love. This is not a religious set of rules or requirements. The question is, what would love do here? What would love do here? Take the higher road. What would love do here? That's a good question to like ask yourself in all of your interactions and all the things that, you know, if you can't see the forest for the trees, you just feel overwhelmed. It's like get on that high perch and say, what would love do here? Okay, sometimes you got to get away from your problems so you can see clearly so you can choose love, so you can gain perspective. So yeah, definitely get up there, look towards the light, okay? Just don't even look at the ground if it's like freaking you out, if you're focused on what's going wrong down there. Get some time away. Hang out with somebody that is very supportive or a sage in your life. Share your experiences, just to share. And yeah, find your guidance. Find your guidance within. Whew, put your arrogance aside. Be willing to dismantle misplaced ego. Okay? So anyways, and it's not on all you to solve all the problems of the world. That's why last night when it was saying, how are you connecting with Holy Spirit? I shared the story that, like, you know, this week I had a couple of interactions that, like, I was really dreading. Like, I had to call my caseworker and I was like, I don't want to call. It's going to be bad. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, Sadie? Like, give it over to the Holy Spirit and see what the fuck happens. And so I chilled out, I breathed, I meditated, I waited until I was in alignment. I was like, oh my God, I'm silly. I know, like, everything, Holy Spirit, it's up to you. You do with it what you want. So I called. It was like the most fun call, like, ever. We had so much fun. This lady and I had so much fun together. I don't know, like, we just timed it perfect. We were, like, both in a good mood. I had invited in the Holy Spirit to the conversation. It went beautiful, you know? So anyways, it's like, can you please just put your ego in the back fucking seat with a muzzle on it for a little while and let Spirit guide you? Can you do that? Can you be willing? Can you be willing to let the Holy Spirit help you out with your problems? Can you actually just give, not even help, like, actually, Holy Spirit, honey, you take it. Take it. It's yours now. You're right. You can undo it better than me. I'm going to accept my humbleness, like, in this moment. That's like, and in that moment, I'm so thankful because I don't actually really like fixing problems. I really don't. And it's nice to know that we don't have to do it alone. So you've got community, you've got friends, you've got family, you've got other people devoted to healing. You've got the Holy Spirit, for fuck's sake. So if you're feeling alone in your difficulties and you're feeling cut off, there's no need for that bullshit. That's your ego making you unwilling to reach out and ask for help. And so you just need to transcend. You need to dismantle that ego and ask for help and then receive. Okie doke. So I'm so happy and thankful to just have a little morning to hang out and jibber jabber with you and juggle my other projects and, you know, get everything done. But that's another story that I shared last night. Like, you know, the other way that I connected with Holy Spirit this week is I really was like, hello, life. Hey, what's up? It's Sadie. I don't know if I can actually do all this that you asked me to do, right? Do you ever have those moments like, oh my God, how am I going to even get it all done? And I was really feeling like tired with just the bigness of what I'm being asked to do this year. And I was thinking ahead and I was getting overwhelmed and I thought, you know, like, what if this scenario, what if that, like, how am I going to do it? Like, I'm already tired, like, Holy Spirit, help me. And yeah, so finally, like, I was just like, okay, guess what? This one's yours too. Like, you fix this as well and guide me and show me or it ain't getting done. And once I handed over the reins, handed the wheel, like, take the wheel, Holy Spirit. Once I just allowed myself to be guided, I have been getting everything done and more, and still having time to, like, do the dishes and housework. And I took a bath last night. I'm having time. I think I've learned how to stop time or get more of it, or just allow myself to be so flowing, to just be, that I'm able to be guided and inspired and hear the little nudges, like, do this now, do that now, so that I'm not running around in circles, so that I'm not forgetting and feeling, you know, like, everything's just flowing. So I feel like that's a message too, like, just to flow, just be, flow, let things flow right now. So we'll come back for the attunement from pine. Let's hop on over to white poplar and aspen. Now the totem for this tree is the horse, particularly the horse that pulls the sun across the sky. Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know how the sun got across the sky? Well, there's a horse, obviously, that pulls it across the sky. It's the you didn't. Oh, I have explanations for everything. Don't worry. I'll only ever give you the truth. This is also the totem of the white stag, and the deities and guides are the crone aspect of the goddess, the green man, Herni the hunter, and Cernunnos. So a lot of green man energy with white poplar. Like Cernunnos and green man, yeah, they have a lot of like fertility, like what's up, baby? Like they have a lot of new growth, absolutely, energy. So what do you want to get going on in your life? The key words for this card are adversity. White poplar, aspen, all about endurance, determination, spiritual strength. The small voice of God, basically what I just was talking about, guidance, encouragement, courage, protection, rebirth, and yeah, maybe a little sacrifice. Okay, so being able to keep going, being able to be resilient, being able to have the right soil for new growth, quieting down, listening to your inner guidance, the small voice of God, being encouraged. That was the other thing. It was like my ego is like, hey, you should quit life. That's my ego all the time. Hey, you should quit. You're stupid. Right? That's ego. Nobody's watching your videos. You should quit. You have more time to not do videos. You should quit. Like all the time. Wants me to be a quitter. You notice that with this podcast, right? Every other day. Ego's like, nobody's your patron. You should quit. Nobody signed up for listener support. They don't even like your podcast enough to give you $1.99. You should quit. Like, it's been a big old battle. Because I'm like, but I have to. Like, I need to keep going. And ego's like, you should quit. That's my ego. You should quit. So it's like we do need to be encouraged. We have to have spiritual strength to get over the ego. To not listen, to start to quiet the ego and the you should quit message of self-destruction, and listen to the small voice of God, of Holy Spirit, of your higher self, of that voice that wants you to keep shining your light. Even if nobody's paying attention, it doesn't matter. You shine because you are light. And if somebody can't handle your shine or talks bad about your shine, then fucking blind them. Thank you, Hazel, for that. All right, so these white poplars and aspens, they're hardy, they're fast growing, they're strongly resistant. They offer courage and endurance to help us overcome our troubles. They provide protection and shielding from death, injury, and misfortune. The sound of the leaves of these trees carry messages from the spiritual realm. They're always shimmering and shaking because they're constantly in communion and communication with spirit. So we celebrate the fall equinox and we recycle and compost what is left of the harvest. So it's like, in one way, I did these in reverse because like the white poplar is the ending of a season, recycling, and then the silver fir pine is, hey, new resolutions, let's do this. But it's a hand-in-hand dance exchange at sometimes, you know, like sometimes they overlap. Like I'm still recycling up some of the old stuff while I'm setting new intentions. It's okay to overlap and twist like the magenta and green clay together. I mean, hey, we're going to twist and grow and maybe I'll go this way and you'll go that way, but we'll always be connected. We'll always be connected. We give our gratitude for the sacrifices of the green man, and we honor the sacred relationship between the hunter and the prey that offers its life for our sustenance. So it's a dance, it's a cycle, you know. Sometimes I'm the wolf and sometimes I'm the hen, and sometimes I'm the hen and sometimes I'm the wolf, right? Like in our life, It's like we have to honor the cycles. Life dies so life can continue. And nature, you know, nature does not struggle. If you've ever seen a chicken get killed by an animal, there's a point where it does not fight. It offers its life. It says, okay, fine. But next time, bitch, I'm the wolf. There's not even any of that. It's just like beautiful, right? Or just the way it is right now. Anyways, when you get the white poplar and aspen, you know that you are dealing with adversity. So that's why we got the resilience tree. That's why we got all this suggestion to find support in community. Build a community of light for yourself. You need the support. Everyone needs the support. You'll be stronger together. You'll be able to support each other this year. The poplar and the aspen offer you strength to endure any adversity and promise success after your difficulties have ceased. So remember, as you're up on your tall pine fir looking down like the eagle, and you see your troubles and it seems like a fucking storm, remember, all storms eventually end. There is not one storm that is ongoing forever. No. They're all temporary. They eventually end, and sometimes you just have to hunker down. That just always makes me laugh. I don't know why. Hunker. Sometimes you just have to hunker down and wait it out, okay? And then afterwards, sweet orange and the hazelnuts, the hazel lights say, yeah, and the sun comes out again. Like that resilience tree, that is a dark as midnight tree. Behind it is bright, bright, bright yellow, white, pinkish blossoms. It's like, yeah, you have to be resilient through the darkness, but the sun will come out again. So you'll feel safe at some point. If you've had to hunker down, at some point you'll feel safe to come on out and see how everything fared and see what survived and really know that you survived. Honey, you survived that trauma because you're invincible and you're strong. You can survive the storms. You can survive. Yeah, there's trees everywhere, houses shattered, whatever. But you are alive and you can begin again. You can rebuild. And it builds strength and character and all that. So don't feel bad if you've had to endure, and don't feel bad if and when you have to again. Okay, so when you're on your knees, when you're in the middle of that storm, guess what? You're more connected to spirit in that moment than you've ever been. Like in November when I was so sick, I actually was like, am I actually gonna die? Like, is this how it's ending? Like for me, and I did. I called out to God. I was like, I'll do anything. I'll even be nicer to people. I'll do anything. I'll even quit complaining in my podcast. I'll do anything. Right? Because I knew it wasn't time for me to go yet. But it was time for me to take on a new perspective. So bless it. Bless it all. Your guides and helpers are just waiting for your invitation. So yeah, sometimes your stubborn ass has to be brought to your knees before you ask for help, before you ask for guidance and support. You have to be broken down, and so that you just finally ask and give permission for help. It's like the Holy Spirit has been waiting for your willingness, and you're so stubborn. It takes like really bad shit just to get you to that place of openness. So it's actually an opportunity to invite more guides, more helpers. It's an opportunity to go within and listen to that small voice that you will find there. You will. This is where you find your comfort, your solace, your support, your courage, your wisdom. Go within. You will find it. Ask for what you need. Ask for what you need. So yeah, the trees are all here today to support you, to offer you protection, to shield you as you move through difficulty. The banyan tree offering that beautiful shelter with its aerial roots. The sweet orange offering nourishment along with hazelnuts, offering food and fun and friendship. The silver fir pine offering higher perspective. The poplar offering endurance, spiritual strength, and protection. So as you move through difficulties, you are encouraged to let go of that which is no longer yours. So that's was that sweet orange that was saying that too? It's like, are you holding on to stuff because you're just afraid to not have it anymore? Like, even though you might be like, hello, my marriage, like it just went on because like it just seemed better than not having a game plan or being alone or, like, and then it was like, well, this is what I know, like 13 years later, over a decade later, like it is what you know. Like, even if it's not best for you anymore, sometimes it's just comfortable or, like whatever, like I'm a survivor, I keep on going. Okay, but there's a time to let go of what's not yours. So that's another message from the Just Be tree. Like, as you are more childlike and just be, you can just be you. Like, you don't have to like take on the weight of the world. You don't have to take on everybody's problems. That's their shit to deal with. You can go have fun now. You can go play. So let it go if it's not yours to hold on to. It's ended. Okay? It's not even yours. Let it go. You are reminded that challenges, loss, and endings are part of the great round of life. So bless it and let it go. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Let it go. Old dreams end. And you are asked to begin to build new ones. So now we're there with the new growth tree, the magenta and green clay that's spiraled around each other. You are asked to build new ones. So begin. Rebirth is just around the corner. All right, so if you've been tempted by your ego to give up, give in, don't do it. Don't. Keep going. Keep showing up. Even if you feel like the cards are stacked against you and you're like, what the yeah, just keep going. There's absolutely nothing that is going to deter you from your purpose, from your mission. So it's like, even if you feel like you can't turn this ship around, you can't change anything, it's like you still have to have this knowingness that you are resilient. And yeah, like as long as you keep your eye on the target of light, you gonna be fine. Okay, you are gonna be fine. So yeah, the endurance of the poplar and aspen. This endurance is available to you, and thank Goddess for it, because like there is this part of me that's like, really, like 2 podcasts and YouTube videos daily? Who do you think I am? Superwoman? Like, oh my God. But yet, like, that is my path this year. And when I think about the whole year at once, I'm like it feels a little bit daunting. But then when I see how I lined up with spirit and it flew and flow and it just was easy and I had extra time and I felt really good about it, and it keeps me busy enough. See, like, I don't need idle time at all this year. I really don't. Unless, like, it's me meditating or dancing or taking a bath. But as far as my mind, I really do need to start each day just immersed in my studies. So I love the schedule I have set up for myself. And I hope that spirit supports me and guides me. And I need to know it. I don't need to just even hope for it. I need to like know that I will be. And I'll be encouraged. Like yesterday was like lay down. I laid down for like 7 minutes. I was good to go. Like if I just allow myself to take the nudges and the insight, it's like, go ahead and rest. All right, go ahead and do some yoga now. Go do a headstand. Really, a headstand right now? Yeah, go do a fucking headstand right now. I go do a headstand. I'm like, oh, hey, that was better than a cup of coffee. Thank you. I just have to allow myself to always hear my guidance system chiming in because it is working. Okie doke. So, if you've been feeling a little bit yucca, if you've been feeling a little yucca and you got stagnation, just know that things will change, but you got to change your sense of gloom. So connect with that poplar essence, those shimmering, shaking, rattling leaves, the shimmying, that's in constant communication with spirit. That's available to you. Allow the white poplar and aspen to speak to your heart. Go out in nature. Listen to the trees. Meditate with your back against the tree trunk. Let the tree take you in. Let the energy of the sap, the life force of the tree, creep into your body. Cycles are a part of nature in our lives. So understand that cycles are a part of your life too. So try to let go of your grief. Try to let go of your pain. Let go what you can no longer hold on to and what you shouldn't be holding on to anymore. So it's in the past, it's gone. Try to let it go. Allow those feelings of loss to move through you. So it's like, I don't want you just to pretend that you're a zesty little tree fairy. I want you to process and let your feelings go through you and maybe allow them to fallow in the field of your heart, but understand that composting, that rotting is going to build the way for new growth in your life. All right, y'all, let's get our activations and get the fuck out of here. I love you. Thanks for hanging out. I really enjoy hanging out with the trees. I needed this pace today. I did. I needed this pace. I needed to get on tree speed. No, that's not a new drug. Tree speed. Like, I needed just to be with trees. And today, even if it's cold and bitter, I have a hat. I have gloves. I have a jacket. I need to go outside and be with my trees. We are the poplar and the aspen. Our leaves whisper to you in the breeze. When our leaves turn colors in the fall, they are flames against the sky. We burn with intent. Take a moment to enjoy the experience of autumn before we lose all our foliage and stand barren in winter's cold. Now, take a moment to notice what cycle you are in within your own life. Is it fall or winter for you right now? Challenges, loss, and endings are part of the cycle of life. Perhaps this is a time to let go of what has no longer use in your life. Perhaps it is time to let go of regret and loss. Let go of that which hinders and harms. Let go of relationships and dreams that are over or complete. Let go of your leaves like we do. You will grow new ones. Go into the silence as you prepare for winter. Take stock of your life. You have produced so much. Now let it all go so you can begin again. Be in the present moment. What is there left to do? Tie up loose ends. Forgive yourself and others. Now is time to prepare the garden by taking out the refuse and the dead. Make a clean space and leave it fallow so you can begin to contemplate what you will plant. We represent preparation for the new cycle, which will always come. I am the stately silver fir or pine. See how I sit on a tall mountain and look out over beautiful valleys and hills? See how I grow towards the heavens and stand tall? I encourage you to take a look at your life from the top of my branches. Here you can see the past, yes, but you can also look ahead to the future. In the future, you may see many choices. Which one attracts you? Imagine yourself having made that future choice. What are you doing? Who do you love? Who are you with? Now look back at yourself at the top of the tree. Allow your future self to speak. What does it have to say to you? Allow the wisdom of your future self to dream you and reawaken you. Let your future self inform you as you make new choices and new resolutions, which in turn will move you towards the future that pleases you. So what did the trees want to talk about today? I think our message is to go play and anchor light. Everything is gonna be all right. You are gonna find your strength in numbers. So go ahead, wake up from your slumbers. It's time to just be, and that part of being is resilient. And that just being resilient and happy and joyful and light is gonna allow you to step into a place of new growth. So come together, you guys, and go play. You little squirrel baits.